just outside the presidential palace in Libreville in Gabon, and behind me is sitting Brice Oligui Nguema, the general, the former head of the Republican Guard, who seized power in a coup d'etat and has just been sworn in here in a ceremony as transition president. He is now sitting in front of a big crowd of supporters. We're expecting a military parade, a fanfare band will march past as well. There are many people waving Gabonese flags. He has spoken out at the transition ceremony saying that he will be forming a government in the coming days, but there was no word quite yet on how long this transition period will take. People we've been speaking to here in Libreville have been telling us they're watching and waiting to see what happens next. Now here there have been joyous scenes from the supporters as General Nguema was sworn in as transition president. Some people telling me they didn't see this as a coup d'etat, they saw it as liberation after decades of authoritarian rule by the Bongo family. First the father, Omar Bongo, and then the son, Ali Bongo. Other people I've spoken to in Libreville yesterday on arrival said that, well, they were hoping that the military would soon hand over power to civilians and that they would like to see the results of recent elections respected. So there is relief from pretty much everyone we've spoken to here in town that after 55 years, the Bongos are no longer in charge. But people are watching very closely to see what happens next.
Catherine, and as you say, Nguema today didn't say exactly when that democratic transition would happen. What's your sense as to what he will do now he is in power?
Well, he said he would be forming a government within the coming days. He also said, very interestingly, that Gabon needed a whole new electoral process, a whole new penal system. So that would point to a rather lengthy process. He also said the army had been forced to act after fraudulent elections in Gabon yet again, and said that they had acted quickly so as not to spill the blood of the people. So clearly setting up a whole new electoral system would be a complicated process in a country which hasn't seen free and fair elections, well, for decades, if ever. So that wouldn't be a rapid transition, but we don't have the details on that as yet. We know that opposition politicians, the main opposition platform, were hoping that they would be declared the de facto winners of the recent election, which was marred by irregularities. They said that by their counts, they had won that fair and square, and they were hoping that the military would directly hand over power to them. That does not seem to be initially the case, but again we're waiting for clarifications about what this transition period will involve exactly and just how long it will take place. For the moment though, we're at the stage of the pomp and ceremony of the swearing in of this new transition president. So it's not at all been detailed or the next steps towards getting Gabon back towards democracy, if that does take place, what they will be and when they will take place.